What's up, folks? Hope you're doing well. Now I'm coming at you today with an update on StableFund's current predicament and latest situation. So never mind all the shitstorm that hit the market as of late. We now have a situation also with StableFund going for 2 weeks now when they halted withdrawals and then they initiated the process of giving a refund or migrating to V2, whatever that means. But unfortunately, even though they did say we're starting refund and they did refund a small portion, things haven't been going smooth. They are delaying the next batch, and anyways, things are really looking weird. Even though they did promise a live trading show in November, that didn't happen, obviously. So what I'm gonna go over today is why I think, even though many people say no, it's not a scam, they refund, why I think there's something fishy going on there. And I did mention several things in my previous video when I just explained the protocol overall, that there are some things that need to be transparent, and unfortunately they haven't been. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over a few things, like I said, that look weird to me, and even though they did refund the portion, there's still something that is super strange, and they might be actually insolvent because of their reckless trading. So, don't go anywhere. Alright, so let's get into this. Now, first thing I want to mention quickly is something that I really don't like, is that yes, they halted withdrawals, but if you go on their website, on their app that is still working, you can still deposit. Meaning, okay, we stopped withdrawal, but you can put your money in. So you can give us money, but we cannot give you money back. So that's the way I saw it. So at least if you stop doing an activity, you should not only notify it on Twitter, on Telegram, you should put it in the website, because there are so many people who don't visit social outlets. They just hear from a friend and then go on the website and then they give their money. So this is something very dangerous and they should rectify it, in my opinion. Second thing, on the website that looked weird is that if you look at the portfolio graph of Matic, okay, just look to the right, total investment and total investors, total rewards. Click on BUSD, you can see the total investor change, but the metrics, so investment and rewarded amounts, are literally the same. Look, so literally the same in both BUSD and Matic, which is strange. Now, granted, Matic is trading at $1.04 right now, and BUSD is a stablecoin, so that's $1. Now, perhaps that's the explanation, but still, I don't think people contributed exactly the same amount of Matic as they have BUSD. And it wasn't the case. Like, if I refer back to my to this one actually, if I refer back to my original video where I showed this sheet right here, you can clearly see that the amount invested in BUSD outweighs largely the amount invested in Matic, so more than double. Actually, sorry, a bit less than double. So that is the weird part. So that would tell me that these numbers are not being pulled on chain, they're just being updated on the website, so overwritten, which is also something that not professional. So clearly the website is not being touched on, even though they did the latest, they provided the latest push not so long ago. But let's move aside a bit and talk about on-chain data. Now, I just pushed this article for 1 second because we had a whole mess in the crypto space ever since that bear market started, starting from Celsius, Voyager, 3 Arrows Capital, and of course the biggest behemoth type of collapse was FTX's situation yesterday, and this brought the market to its knees, with Bitcoin dropping, I think, at a 2-3 historic 3-year low. I'm not sure about the time frame, but anyway, Bitcoin fell down, not because people stopped believing in Bitcoin, because these institutions are over leveraged in the crypto space, let alone the reckless leverage trading itself, and that's the outcome that we are dealing with right now. So what I want to say here is that those are centralized entities that we gave them our crypto, either as a hedge fund, either as a bank for the cryptocurrency market, or whatever you want to call it, or an exchange in the case of FTX, and they lost our funds because we trusted them. So why we are doing the same mistake with a platform like StableFund? You know, like StableFund comes from an unknown team of people, and they are small, you know, in regards to whatever I just spoke of, the entities I discussed. So why are we giving our funds more than 100, and if I go refer back to my sheet, we were close to $200 million worth of funds. I'm sure because that's a bit outdated. I think that's, yeah, about 20 days ago. So why are we giving our funds to less known entities and expecting a 1.5% return a day? Anyways, so transparency part, because we discussed they should have put something on the website, but they haven't. So let's talk about on-chain data. And that's what I tried to pull actually. So based on their pin messages, because I did backtrack a bit, they did say we're gonna start refunds. This is when they said it. Refunds will start tomorrow. By tomorrow, they meant the 31st of October. They started with Matic. They jumped to BNB, and then they went on BSC, and they provided the wallets that were refunded. So I took it upon myself to go and check up these wallets. Now, first things first, if you just calculate the total amount of money that they have refunded overall, it's a bit short than 6 million BUSD if you of course translate Matic BNB as well to BUSD, or to USD in this case. So that's how much. So a 200 million versus 6 million. So right off the bat, they're refunding a very tiny portion, which is less than 10% of the amount of people that were invested in the protocol. So that sounded like a red alarm in my head, and I decided to just to give you a small context. So if you just follow the transaction and the wallet itself, you can clearly see that that's, for example, how much BNB it has received, and it gave that BNB away. So that is the amount refunded in BNB. That's how much in Polygon Matic, because that's how much I displayed here. So that's Matic BNB. As for BUSD, I decided to take one of these and dig a bit deeper. So I wanted to see where is this money coming from. And that is where my bigger sheet came into play. Now bear with me, it's gonna be just a few minutes just to put numbers together. So the 3 million came from this wallet that sent to this wallet that amount to refund investors, and that it did. However, this wallet has received about, so most of these wallets that you're gonna see, by the way, are burner wallets. What I mean by here is that those are wallets that are intermediaries. So if you check the status of the wallet right now, you will see 0 BUSD in them, or any amount of crypto, just a bit of BNB for gas. So this wallet has received about 17.3 million from that wallet. And then if you go back the chain, I went back, so then the 17.5 that this wallet received right here came from this one you should discard. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let alone other wallets that we're gonna talk about really soon. So first things first, right off the bat, two things I noticed in this sheet. I'm gonna leave a link to this below if you wanna just go by wallet to wallet, see how much was sent, and just figure it out how the total makes sense. So first thing I noticed is that there was 17 million in play here. So between these wallets, burner wallets, and so on, and then only 3 million ended up. So 3 million alone is very little compared to like 100 million in BUSD, more actually, like 126. And 17 million, even though it's more than 4 times that amount, so more than 5 times that amount, it's still very little, even less. It's a bit more than 10% compared to the total investment in BUSD. So that is something that is pretty fishy. And I noticed that most of the money, so that 70 million was basically broken down into three end games. You have the refund of 3 million, you have 4 million in BUSD that is still an active wallet. So there's this wallet that still contains a total of 4 million, so 4.5 million almost, and 3,310 BNB. So that is a wallet that I don't know what's the status of. Most probably it's, I don't know, maybe one of the team members' wallet, God knows. And everything else is split between either burner wallets, so intermediary wallets, and wallets that were sending funds to centralized exchanges, mainly MEXC and FTX. So those are the three categories: refund, one active wallet, centralized exchanges. And unfortunately, I think those funds are not going to be recovered, because you know what happened with FTX. And MEXC has received a total of, I think, if you add 4 million here, and then there's a difference between that amount, add on top 3 million refund, deduct 17.286, so that would leave me for about another 3 million that is most probably on MEXC. So a total of about 7 million on MEXC, which I don't know the status of because I stopped following the Chrome Broad. So overall, discount the fact that yes, the amount is too little to speak of. We're talking about refunds here. I really think, in my personal opinion, that there was some trading going on, but unfortunately, they were just most probably gambling. Alright, so to conclude this hot topic, yes, it's a whole lot of mess. There's a lot of uncertainty. Everything is so unclear at this point, so I don't even know what's happening. Now, I'm gonna leave a link to this sheet below if you actually want to go look at and verify this data, so these numbers, these wallets, etc. You're free to do so. But in all honesty, yes, I mean, as you can see, it all sounds and it looks very fishy. So why a protocol that is actually supposedly doing active trading in the background hasn't come forth and said, look, these are my trades, those are my losses, those are my profits. We own a team of traders. That is it. Look at it. Those are the active traders with their active trades. So if this is actually happening, why hide it and why make a big fuss about it? And why actually going through the trouble now of doing this version 2? And speaking of traveling to this country to speak to the traders, like, there's literally zero information about whatever they put in on their Telegram to speak about these people. So there's nothing to discuss, and it's very weird and very shady in my personal opinion. If it was something going on, so show us proof that this is actually happening in the background and not just a couple of dudes trying to gamble with funds. Because yes, I really do think that there was trading going on, and there is still trading most probably happening. So there are funds, so there is on-chain data that prove that funds were transferred to centralized exchanges where trades might have happened. So leverage, FTX mainly deals with futures, so most probably that's what they try to do there. MEXC, there's a lot of leverage trading as far as I know, so perhaps they tried as well. But it is what it is. It's a trial, so I don't think these are experts, and they were honestly generating 1.5% per day. So I don't know how it all came to be and how so many people were convinced that this could be legit, but unfortunately so many people fell for it. Now I do hope honestly that the conclusion isn't what I think it is. I really do hope that there is actual trading going on, then they're gonna refund everyone's money if they want to, and there's gonna be a V2 version, whatever that means, again, because this is not a token, this is a platform. So what do you expect with the second version? To bring more people in, to provide exit liquidity for current investors? Is this what it is? A ploy to suck up more liquidity? I don't know. Because otherwise I don't see why you need the version 2 if you are a legit trader and a team of traders. So conclusion, I really hope that this whole thing is gonna come to a nice end for all the people involved. I wouldn't be happy if I was proven wrong, but let's see how this all plays out. And that's it from me today. So thank you for sticking around and listening to everything I had to say. Now I really hope I brought you some insight on whatever is happening in this platform / protocol. So take everything I just said with a grain of salt. So this is just me giving you my opinion based on what I saw, what I witnessed, what I experienced, and what I think in general based on on-chain data and the impression I'm getting from everything that's been going on, not only in regards to StableFund, but I'm talking about the whole macro factor surrounding the whole cryptocurrency space right now. So please be safe out there, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna be fully transparent. I never invested in StableFund because I'm not a big fan of giving my money to someone that I don't trust at all, that I don't know, and just let it play out based on hope and just because it's a borderline reputable platform because there's a lot of money in it. So I was never a fan, and I try to keep my crypto very safe with me at all times, not even on exchanges. So please be safe out there. If everything that has happened taught us something, is that we should keep our crypto with us. Self-custody is very important. And I really hope for everyone involved in this that you guys get your refunds back. And if you really do believe in a V2, whatever that is, then do a lot of research. Like, don't just go with your gut on this. But I honestly hope everyone goes out from this unscathed. And with that, a sub to the channel would be amazing. It really helps us, you content creators around the blog, dish out better, more valuable content to everyone and expose this word we love the most to more people. So I thank you and appreciate you in advance for doing so. And as always, take care of your finances and trade responsibly. That's very important. This was Roy with DeFi Ascension. Thank you so much for watching.